This is the softest polo made from Cashmere by Huckberry. This is a one-of-a-kind polo made by ultra-rare loop wheel machines by Merz B Schwanen. And this is the most popular polo brand in the world, made by Ralph Lauren. What do these polos have in common? They're all over $100. In this video, I'll be rating each polo based on its fabric, its workmanship, its fit, and overall value. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna tally up all the scores, and we're gonna find out which is the best luxury polo for over $100. Before you invest in a luxury polo, make sure you have the right accessories to match. The Sarbamba interchangeable automatic watch from their Atomic collection is versatile and built to turn heads. This watch features a stunning skeletonized dial that showcases that precise Japanese citizen Miyota 82S0 movement with 21 jewels. Built to last, it features 100% genuine carbon fiber. The sapphire crystal mirror is highly scratch resistant, so it maintains its pristine look over time. The case is made from corrosion resistant 316L stainless steel, the same premium grade steel used by Rolex. The FKM rubber straps are built to handle it all. They're resistant to high temperatures, tough chemicals, and abrasions, making them both durable and comfortable for everyday wear. What really sets this watch apart is how easy it is to customize. Sarbamba offers a wide range of colors, and with their patented one-touch quick release technology, you can swap out the crown, bezel, and top and bottom straps in under 30 seconds. So check out Sarbamba. They have so many beautifully crafted watches that combine affordability, quality, and functionality. So grab yours today and you'll thank me later. Let's start off with the lowest price polo. This brand revolutionized polos and is one of the most popular polo brands in the world. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. This is made from 100% cotton, and honestly, it's some of the softest cotton I've ever felt. I actually thought it might be Pima cotton. It's that smooth. It's also the thinnest polo in this video, measuring to just 0.61 millimeters in thickness and weighing only 199 grams. One of the most important factors for a great looking polo is the collars. The collar is made from a ribbed fabric that has stretch, but it is very thin. When you wear this polo all day, it will not hold its shape. It will start curling after a couple hours and look awful. Ralph Lauren needs to double up the thickness so it holds its shape better. The sleeves also use the same ribbed stretch fabric, and the placket is structured with 2 layers of that same soft cotton folded over each other. Another letdown is the button quality. I would expect luxury brands to use mother of pearl buttons like Lacoste, but Ralph Lauren cheaped out with plastic buttons. I rate the fabric a 7 out of 10. For construction, this polo has a neck lining all the way through the entire neck, which is a big plus in terms of comfort and durability. Another plus is the shoulder seam is sewn down with a top stitch, so the seam doesn't flap around. It has a split hem that's constructed the same way as the placket, with the fabric folded over to create a double layer. The most annoying thing about this polo is that with any slight movement, the button pops out so easily. Either the button hole is cut way too big, or Ralph Lauren should have made these vertical holes instead of horizontal. Flipping this polo inside out, every seam and stitching is straight and even. There's a couple of overly long stitches here, but overall this is a very well constructed polo. For the workmanship, I'll rate it an 8 out of 10. This is a classic fit in a size small. The 17.5 inch shoulder and 19 inch chest fits me well, but the 27.5 inch length feels too long for my 5'10 frame. I like it about an inch shorter. The 8 inch sleeve sits just below my triceps, but I think trimming them by half an inch will look better to show off the triceps. The 6 inch sleeve opening is slim without being too tight on my biceps. Overall, the fit is solid, but the length makes it feel more suited for someone who is lean and 5'11 or taller. I rate the fit a 7 out of 10. For $110, you're getting a well-constructed polo with super soft fabric. But at this price point, I expect a thicker material and maybe even Pima cotton for a more premium feel. I rate the value a 7 out of 10. That'll give Ralph Lauren a total score of 29 out of 40. The one-stop men's shop. Everything I've ever owned from them has been very high quality, so I have high expectations for this polo. At $118, this makes this the second most expensive polo featured in this video. This is made from a blend of 85% Sapima cotton and 15% cashmere, which is honestly the best thing about this polo. Sapima cotton is already super soft, but when you mix in cashmere, oh, it takes the softness to a whole new level. Even though this is a cotton cashmere sweater style polo, it is still lightweight, weighing in at only 193 grams, and the fabric measures to 1 millimeters in thickness. The material still has a surprising amount of stretch. The collar, placket, and hem are even stretchier since they're
made with ribbed fabric, which adds to the flexibility.
In my experience, the collar does a good job at holding its shape, but the corners tend to roll up a little bit.
The buttons are made of plastic and have a matte finish. I'll rate the fabric a 9 out of 10. For construction, this polo is made with a fine rib knit, which gives it a nice texture and makes it both durable and breathable.
The neck has a faux lining that goes all the way around. It's a really nice touch for both comfort and durability.
That said, it would have been even better if the lining extended over the shoulder seams or had a top stitch to hold them in place so it doesn't flap around.
The overall design has a bit of a sweater vibe thanks to the 2-inch tall hem made from super stretchy rib fabric. This detail not only adds to the style but also gives the hem a lot of flexibility.
Flipping this polo inside out, you can see how well it's made. The seams and stitchings are straight and even. There are a few spots where the stitches are a little longer than they probably should be, but nothing that affects the overall look or feel. I rate the workmanship a 9 out of 10. For the fit, this is a size small, but it's definitely the loosest fitting polo in this video. The 18.5 inch shoulder width and 20 inch chest opening is the widest out of every polo featured in this video. The biggest issue with the fit is the oversized 7.25 inch sleeve opening. You can see clearly that there's a huge gap between my arms and the sleeves, which throws off the look. Huckberry really needs to slim this down by at least an inch. The 8-inch sleeves are also a bit too long. I would prefer trimming it by half an inch to show off the triceps. It features a straight rib hem with a 26-inch length that hits about 3/4 of the way down my button crotch. I rate the fit a 7 out of 10.
For the value, I love the Pima cotton and cashmere blend on this polo. It's constructed well and I think it's a solid polo, so I have to rate the value an 8 out of 10. That will give Huckberry a total score of 33 out of 40. Is this a polo or body armor? Merz B Schwanen's pocket polo is the heaviest polo ever made and the most expensive polo featured in this video.
This is made from 100% organic cotton with 245 GSM weight. The thickness measures to 1.17 millimeters. It uses 2-thread fabric using century-old loop wheel machines.
There's only 2 countries in the world that have loop wheel machines, one in Japan and the other in Germany. Loop wheel dates back to the 1920s and is a special way of knitting cotton yarns in a loop wheel machine. No manufacturer does this anymore because it's time-consuming, inefficient, and very expensive.
But this loop wheel process makes it more durable, hold its shape better, and doesn't stretch out.
There's a few differences between the loop wheel tee and the loop wheel polo. First is the texture. The tees have a horizontal slubby look while the polo has a classic piqué structure.
Second is the side seams. The tees have no side seams, but this polo has side seams. A few more things that makes this polo special is first, the triangle gussets at the armpit. This is common in athletic shirts, but you don't see this with casual everyday polos. This extra fabric will give you more flexibility and comfort. Second is the cam collar style opening. There are no buttons or buttonholes on this placket. There's just one plastic button at the very top and you use this loop on the other side to attach.
130 euros is expensive. With that price point, I expect perfection. And with the construction of this polo, I get just that. Every seam and stitch is excellent with no noticeable flaws. I'm a big fan of the extra fabric for the neck lining, but I do wish they added extra fabric to line the shoulder seam as well.
I also wish they used pre-shrunk fabric. Instead, expect the shirt to shrink at least 1.5 inches after the first wash. I rate the fabric a 9 out of 10. For the workmanship, I'll rate it a perfect score of 10. Here's how the unwashed polo fits. It's slim with a 19-inch chest and 17-inch shoulder width. After the first wash, you can expect it to shrink by about an inch in both length and width. The 9-inch sleeve length feels too long, especially in proportion to the body length and the overall slim fit. Out of all the polos in this video, this has the longest sleeves. With no side seam, it features a straight hem and the 27-inch length hits about 3/4 of the way down my button crotch. I rate the fit a 7 out of 10.
130 euros is about $150, making this the most expensive polo featured in this video. So I have to rate the value a 7 out of 10. That gives Merz B Schwanen a total score of 33 out of 40. Tallying up the final scores, the winner of the $100 polo showdown is a tie between Huckberry's cotton cashmere polo and Merz B Schwanen's pocket polo with a final score of 33 out of 40. If you're looking for the softest and most comfortable polo that you can wear all day, the Huckberry's cotton cashmere polo is the winner by far. If you're looking for a polo that lasts you a lifetime, then the heavyweight Merz B Schwanen's pocket polo is the winner. Here are the final scores for each polo. Let me know in the comments which polo brands I should try next. If you want to see more from my polo series, then click right here or right here, and I'll see you there.